Welcome back to the second segment of the Loveland Report and Loan Arranger Show. Bruce has been updating interest rates. We've been talking about the market. The spring market is strong, and I've been telling you about what's going on in the world of real estate. Real quickly, I want to jump into some listings here. I want to give people an idea of what's out there. Realtors, listen up. These are great buys. My listings are usually the best price.
And you play a co-op.
I pay a good co-broke, too. Agents, I've got a 4.5 in Greater Country Estates. The nice thing about this, 1 acre. Everybody's got their own little man cave out back, like they build an extra building on this. 2,400 square feet, 4.5, renovated, fresh paint inside and out, acre lot, no HOA, 546,000. This is right on the Orange and Lake County line. So
you own your own business. Maybe you got a truck. Maybe you have a camper or something that you'd like to keep in the side yard. You can do it there.
Starter house for $350 in Belle Isle, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Has a nice problem with some of the older homes, Bruce. Small master bedrooms, not enough bathrooms. They fixed this. They added a big bonus room on it, big family room, all tile throughout, 1,900 square feet for $350,000.
That is a real bargain. Belle Isle is a very desirable area here. So I think the $350,000 that starter home in Belle Isle, I didn't think there was such a thing.
1,800 square feet, also in good shape.
And it's a 4-bedroom, you said?
4-bedroom. And I've got in Metro West, nice thing about this house, 3-car garage. You don't see many of those. All 1 story, except for there's a bonus room upstairs, but the 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths are all downstairs. Remote family room, Bruce. Big, high, 15-foot, probably 13-foot ceilings. $635 for this. Paid off solar panels.
Very
Let me say that again.
Love
paid
that.
off solar panels. $635, 3,000 square feet. And then we go to Sanford. I got a great house here. It's funny, Bruce. I give some sellers. I tell them I go out and I've got a 50-point staging checklist. And I told this guy what he needed to do. I came back to the house, looked like a bomb went off on it. I came back a month later, he'd done everything. We got fresh flooring, we got fresh carpet, everything had been shipped and put into storage. He sold everything, and he's moving out of the country. $349,000 for this house. Waterfront in Celery Estates North. This is right near downtown Sanford, which is all redeveloped with nice restaurants and shopping and bars.
415 area.
Yep. 349, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Beautiful 20-foot ceilings when you walk in, on a pond, on a cul-de-sac.
Nice.
So just a great one, a great property there for $349,000. And then we go to the Palisades in Claremont. 1/4 acre lot, oversized lots, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths with a pool. This is the best price pool home around with 2,700 square feet. So there's homes selling for $500 in this neighborhood that are only 2,200 square feet, no pool. And this house is in good condition. Could use a little bit, needs carpet or luxury vinyl, and needs some appliances. For $534 on this one. And the estate said, get rid of it. So get me an offer on that. So call me if you want to take a look at any of those. 407-352-8118.
And if you're not going to pay cash, you call the Loan Arranger, because that's the best place to get your mortgage. Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. I am the Loan Arranger. I've been lending for 36 years. We are the largest retail lender in the country. We originate everything from the time we talk to you all the way till we close, and we even service 90% of the loans that we close. You cannot get that with a mortgage broker. You're generally not going to get that with a bank, and you're definitely not going to get that with a credit union in most cases. If you want everything all in one house, you got it right here. It simplifies the process. Plus, we work with the best of the best. Our title companies, I got Cleve Loveland and his team as partners in real estate that will guarantee you they will fight for you when it comes to looking for a home, and we will fight for you when it comes to making sure you always get the best terms. And me, the Loan Arranger, I'm watching the market to make sure that you've got the right advice as to whether, hey, we should lock today, or maybe we need to float the market out just a little bit longer. Wouldn't you like somebody that can do that? Because your teller that works at the credit union that's also doing your mortgage doesn't know the difference from a bond and a bonsai. So they don't know, they don't understand it. They don't know what happens. They don't know patterns. I'm literally reading Japanese candlesticks, if you even know what that means, on a day-to-day basis. You want somebody that's a professional and takes his job seriously, I will help you.
Well, and you rescue probably a deal a month for me when a realtor has something that's questionable, and I try and get them over to, I can't require, when an agent brings me an offer, I can't require, oh no, we're not taking that unless you go to Bruce. But I can say, hey, your lender here seems a bit hinky, and I'd rather not use an out-of-state lender from California. And why are they being quoted 7% on an FHA? Right. That sounds wrong. So maybe you ought to check in with your favorite lender, or make Bruce your favorite lender, And most of them do. It's funny. After you rescue one, you probably get those people in your business all the time.
Typically, if I'm talking to a client, very seldom will I lose a client to another lender.
But
Very
once you
seldom with
rescue
that.
one, I'm sure you picked up some realtors that go, hey,
Well,
Bruce
I
is
pick
great.
up realtors all the time.
Yeah.
They even if they're the listing agent, matter of fact, every Tuesday I call all my agents on the transactions that I have. Did you hear that, folks? Every Tuesday, I call every agent on the buy side and the sell side. I talked to your agents yesterday because I have transactions going with them. So I talk to them so I know what they're doing. And the listing agents, lenders don't call listing agents because they didn't get the referral from them. I nurture the listing agent because we wouldn't have a deal if they didn't come to the table.
That's
we
right.
have to have an agreement with both sides.
Well,
so I like to keep that marriage.
First thing
together.
I learned in real estate that I saw, Bruce, I came out of a customer service background from retail grocery stores, and I saw that people were complaining, haven't heard from their realtor in weeks, haven't heard the realtor's on a cruise. Oh, wait, now they're getting divorced. They were a partnership. I haven't heard from them in weeks. I'm calling them. They're dodging my calls. They don't know what to do. And I fixed that problem in 1994. I was like, wait a minute, why don't we just give weekly update calls and talk to everybody? And I love talking to my clients, but just to let them know, hey, the last 4 guys through said you look good. One might come back this weekend, but 2 of your neighbors sold. So in a couple of weeks, we probably need to sit down and discuss what's going on if we don't have offers in front of just that. Buyers, hey, have you shopped your homeowner's insurance? Did you get your good faith from Bruce so we can make sure we hone in on your closing costs and what you need to bring to closing? All that, knowing your numbers and just customer service, returning phone calls. You'd be amazed, Bruce, how many people call me and don't leave me a number. They call a landline and don't leave.
They do it all the time. People just think that you can see their phone number. I've had a client call me, go, I've called you 3 times. I'm like, I don't have any missed calls from you. They're calling my landline and hanging up and expecting that some receptionist
but just being available. Oh, wait, you got a receptionist? You got one of those live things?
I do have a.
Oh, wow. I got one of those too. So anyway, if you need any help, call Loveland Properties 407-352-8118.
Or call the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage, for all your mortgage needs. Realtors, builders, I've got it all. Construction loans, renovation loans, reverse mortgages, FHA, VA, USDA, zero money down. Hey, you and I aren't crazy about the whole solar panel thing, right? We're not crazy about
Not crazy at all.
Now, it's not that we don't like solar panels. I think solar panels that can save you money are a great idea. What we don't like is the antics that the solar panel companies get you into to try to save you money on your electric bill, but you end up having this big bill for your mortgage. And then when you want to refinance or you want to sell your home, now you have to have somebody assume this new solar panel, and it can be a nightmare to do that. And these solar panel companies have a lien on your property. So if you wanted to refinance and then come back, if you wanted to refinance, you have to have the solar panel release the lien for the lender to refinance and then put the lien back on. Do you think they're happy about that? So they don't do it.
If you can get anybody live on the phone.
If you can get somebody live on the phone. And then to assume somebody else's solar panels is a disaster. So let's listen to this. Here's another new program that Cross Country has. You're going to love this.
Oh, that's right. You were going to give us details on that.
Okay. So we have a new solar panel FHA loan. So it's only on FHA. Okay. We're bringing out conventional is going to work soon, but right now it's just FHA. So listen to this. I will get you down payment assistance to cover your down payment, to cover your closing costs. Cleve's team will negotiate additional closing costs to be paid. You can come out of pocket in many cases, listen to this, with no money out of pocket. And
on solar panels, homes?
It's a combination of down payment assistance.
Okay.
And you get solar panels. So the whole thing is, and the solar panels are added to the first mortgage. So there's no other lien. And listen to this. There's no other lien.
Sounds like witchcraft.
It sounds like witchcraft. This sounds almost too good to be true. Listen, I actually went to a whole class on it because I'm like, something's fishy about this program. So listen to this. We will finance the solar panels into the FHA first mortgage over and above the sales price. We can go over and above your value and we'll pay the solar panels in your first mortgage, give you a down payment assistance program. And here's the thing, no UCC lien on your property for the solar panels. They're included in your mortgage. So when you sell your house, they're done. And listen to this, the down payment assistance, is forgiven in 6 months. Forgiven in 6 months. So
Wow.
I know. I believe me.
That
I
algorithm
literally-
probably took years
so
to
listen,
develop. All right.
we came out with this program. I had my team listen to the program. I had them go through it. We went through a whole cross country training on it. And they came back and told me, I went, there's no way.
Yeah.
So I went and did the class.
Uh-huh.
And then I went through the numbers and I grilled these people that developed this program. I'm like, how does this work? How does that work? So this is a real deal. Now we will add the solar panels to the loan. So if you bought a house for 400, you may have a loan of 435 or something like that.
All right.
But it's all included. There's no extra liens. Now don't do it if you're going to sell the house in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
You want to do it on a house you want to keep for at least 5 years.
Let me ask you this. I've
Yes.
got that house where the solar panels are paid off.
So you don't even need it. You don't even need that.
I was just thinking about that to incentivize buyers. If we could do something
that you would have to use a different type of down payment assistance program if you wanted to, but we've got them all right here. And everyone that calls about down payment assistance, we will research which county, city has the program.
I got 2 listings with solar panel loans, so I'm going to put that in the comments that the realtors need to call you about that.
Absolutely. We can help them with that. 407-250-9144. Please write that phone number down. Save it for the future use. Maybe you got a friend or family that may need my help. Maybe you have a question for me. 407-250-9144 or go to WeBringYouHome.com. Simple application process, takes about 15 minutes to apply. My team will reach out to you, set an appointment for a consultation with me, gather your documents. I want your application made and your documents in front of me. We do a consultation. I'm going to take you down a path that you've never been on before. We're going to make money in real estate together. And if you got kids or grandkids in your 20s or early 30s, get them in front of Cleve and I. We will share our Leapfrog program with you so we can help them build lifetime of generational wealth. Cleve Loveland, 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Real quick, give your number, Bruce.
407-250-9144.
I want to talk real quick. Management, seeing all kinds of problems out there. Management. The landlords, just give me your properties, Bruce.
Please.
I'm after my management fee, I'm netting them 20% more.
I guarantee.
I can show you the numbers. I can put you on the phone with my landlord who used to have nobody helping him, and now I'm helping him, and he's amazed at getting the checks and getting late fees, getting 20% more rent that he used to get, having all this free time and nobody calling him. If somebody
called to do that, you can give them references to other people you're managing property.
Exactly. No, So it's a science, and people, you know what it is? Most people.
Well, you know what it is? You remove the emotion.
I remove the emotion. Yep, they have a heart. You cannot have a heart.
Attached to it.
No.
And yet, if I said to you, hey, I'm your financial planner, I'm going to invest your 401k. I'm a super nice guy, but I'm not going to get you a very good rate of return.
I saw this guy standing on the side of the road with a sign that needed some money, and he promised to pay me back at 8% interest. Yeah. Not going to happen. Yeah. This is where and when people get involved, especially when they go, oh, they're a great tenant. I'm like, let me guess. They've been there 10 years and they're paying $600 a month rent. And this is actually a true case, Bruce.
I see it every day.
$600 a month getting paid on something that should be $1,200 a month. And this gentleman's up to his eyeballs in credit cards.
Family members,
family or friends. You cannot be friends with them. This is a business relationship.
Don't do it.
I will remove that for you. I will make you money on your investment properties. I will go over. I want them to understand how they can make money on this. It's a great item to be in charge of. 407-352-8118 for Cleve Loveland to make your real estate plan. I'll be working all weekend. You guys have a great weekend.
Yep. And Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, at 407-250-9144, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show.